Have you ever felt like you were completely out of place, like you don't belong where you're at? Like no matter how hard you worked, how hard you tried, one day somebody's gonna find out that you're not qualified to be there, even though you actually are. Because I've been there after 23 years of experience in the military when I was put into a senior leadership position that shook my confidence for a minute. And it was that moment when I became face to face with what imposter syndrome really is. My career was built on leadership. I spent years working under military commanders in roles that would be equivalent to a C-suite position in the civilian world as an information manager and a knowledge manager. I also ran a leadership school for a while where I was training first-line supervisors how to lead people and lead teams effectively. But after 22 years of doing that, then I was assigned to a role as a leader in a communications and cyber organization, which was a field that I had no experience at. So from everybody from junior airmen all the way to the most senior leaders in the room, I had the least knowledge of the work that they were actually doing every day. This is where imposter syndrome really hit me hard, and I began to understand that feeling for a personal experience. I started to ask myself, what am I doing in this position? Most of the leaders in this position, they spent their whole careers just mastering communications and cyber, and then they were put in charge. But I was here feeling like an outsider, like I didn't belong because I didn't have the experience and the knowledge to understand what was even going on. Imposter syndrome is that voice that tells you that you're not qualified or that you're a fraud, and that eventually you're going to let people down and maybe even fail in what you're doing. So how did I overcome it? I did not buy into trying to become an expert overnight. I did it by doing what I knew best. I was leading from my strengths and not from a place of concern about my weaknesses. I would ask myself, what value do I bring that no one else can? Or what can I bring that's unique about me to bring value to the team? And I realized I didn't need to know everything about communications and cyber. My strength wasn't being a technician. It was in being a leader who cared about his people. So my true value was in creating a culture where people felt empowered to be able to thrive, where they knew that they could come to me with anything. They could come to me to vent, they could come to ask for advice, or they could come and we could just celebrate their success. And I was focused on the type of leader who paid attention, who genuinely cared about my people's work, asking thoughtful questions and celebrating their achievements together with them. I didn't dwell on what I lacked in. I poured all of my energy in being the best version of myself in the areas where I excelled the most. So when my troops looked at me, they didn't see somebody who didn't understand the technical work. They saw somebody who was invested in their growth and in their success. And so they saw confidence in me. And here's the secret. I led with purpose and passion. I naturally started to learn more about the technical aspects of the organization, but I still continued to lead with purpose and passion where I knew that I was strong. I didn't stop growing. I just prioritized growing where it mattered the most to my people. Overcoming imposter syndrome was not about pretending that I knew everything. It was about knowing who I am, focusing on what I bring to the table, and growing in the areas that allow me to have the greatest impact for my team. I learned that confidence doesn't come from mastering everything. It comes from mastering yourself. If you feel like you're an imposter, here's what I want you to do. Stop trying to be everything for everyone. Instead, lean on your strengths. Own what makes you valuable and continue to grow in ways that are going to have the greatest impact. The key to overcoming imposter syndrome is shifting your mindset from a focus of lack to a focus of growth and success. And this is for anybody stepping into a new role, taking on leadership positions, or if you find yourself in a situation that you feel that you're out of your depth. If you're ready to silence that self-doubt and you're ready to be that leader that you were meant to be, this message is for you. If this resonates with you, what I want you to do is type in the comments exactly how. I want to see what people are thinking about this experience. And if you're ready to take it to the next level and you really want to overcome this, but you might need some help, you got opportunities to join my course or even to join me for one-on-one coaching. And we can tackle this, build a tailored plan for you and overcome this for good. Just remember this, you don't have to be perfect to make an impact. You just have to show who you are, know who you are, lean into your strengths, and never stop growing.